Okay, so this is the finished farm. This is future Clermont as well. Well, I don't know what's wrong with Minecraft, but it always, the skin is always off. So, okay. So we have this, is the simple honey farm. This gives me honeycomb, but currently I have it turned off. You can see I removed all the redstone dust that should be here because I already wheeled this. Okay, so this is the simplest design. So you have a dispenser that lowers here, and you measure the redstone signal here. As you can see, when it is completely full, you have a redstone signal of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and the 5 powers the dispenser. And since this is for honeycomb, you can use an observer. So basically, when you use a shears, the shears aren't dispensed. Like, it only like makes an action. So it doesn't matter if it's not like, if it doesn't work, it won't throw the shears like honey bottle would do. Also in the video I had done this wrong, well, not wrong, but it had issues. So basically I removed this and I had like the comparator here, so I had the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 here. The problem with doing it that way is that it makes, what's the name of that, like quasi connectivity, activates other ones. Well, I don't know if it's quasi connectivity, but it basically means that sometimes it won't trigger. So if it won't trigger, then the honeycomb will stay here. So the beehive will be fully, well, bee nest will be fully with all the honey level, but won't trigger. And this is my sign of how I make like a way for honey bottles to, what's the name, instantly. So okay, so I get the honey bottles and the bottles return back to the dispenser. I changed this design as well. The video I had like something similar to this, but I had to change it because it was, I think it was quasi connectivity, because at first I was using quasi connectivity. So I was powering like this block, and sometimes the dispenser would trigger because this would update. The problem with that was that it sometimes wasn't triggering, so I changed it to this module. So this is basically like the same logic that I use for the crafter. So you can see, so the crafter, like, so this always gives me a redstone level. So this gives me a redstone level of 8. When the crafter is full, it will give me a redstone level of 9. So this will go from 8 to 9, then from 9 to 8 when it crafts the item. So this will activate. So I use the same logic here. So this, I have a dropper with 2 boats. This gives me a redstone signal of 4. This will give me a redstone signal of 5. So when this goes, so this comparator gives us redstone signal, and it gives me a redstone signal of 5. So yeah, it goes from 4 to 5. So it sends a signal here. You can see it sends a redstone signal and activates the dispenser. The problem is that it triggers twice, but I checked, and every time it throws a bottle, it always falls on this hopper, so it always replenishes. Okay, so that's how this works. Now then I have a filter, so this filters honey bottles from, so I have a dispenser here, so there's a dispenser, yeah, dispenser and a hopper. So this only absorbs honey bottles. So basically this dispenser has a little bit of bottles, like it has 53. So when it has a honey bottle, it will dispense inside the dispenser. So the dispenser will get 1 honey bottle. So that honey bottle will be absorbed by this item filter. And then it will fall into a crafter, which then has 4 parts. This will craft into a honey block. Then I have another filter. This is a filter that only gets a honey blocks. So as you can see, the order that hoppers do is hoppers first go down and then sideways. So the honey block will fall here and 4 bottles, 4 empty bottles. So the honey block will fall here and the empty bottles will go to this. So I detect when there is an item here, and then it activates this observer clock, which then sends the item back into the dispenser. And all the honey blocks fall into this. I at first had a lot of, what's the name? Had all the chests, like I had chests all over here. Which maybe would work for this farm because this gives a lot. So I would have like one for each beehive, but it was overkill. Like I think it was a lot. Like this is already a lot, unless I want to build a beehive with honeycomb. And then I have this part. So, but the problem is that I have this. I didn't want to add a lot of hoppers, but this is blocking this, so as you can see, the items are getting stuck, which isn't ideal, of course. So yeah, I don't know, maybe I will change this design later, but for the moment it works. So this is the honey farm. So I have like this, I have this to spawn proof. That's the carpets. I don't want mobs to spawn. Oh, it just triggered. So yeah, it's a really interesting, I don't know, it's overkill. Like having like one module of this for the bottles returning is a little bit of, what's the name, overkill. But like the other option that I have seen, people just use like a minecart. So basically the minecart collects bottles and then replenishes the dispenser. So instead of having 9 modules of this, you have only one. The problem, I didn't want to make that because I felt like could so let's say I get a bottle from here, so I have one bottle here, so it will fall in the system and then it will feel like from here to here. So that bottle that I used in this dispenser will fall in this dispenser. So it doesn't make sense. Like I would need a lot of bottles. I would need like 9, 9, 9, 9, or unless I do it like really fast. But I didn't want to do that. Well, it wouldn't do that. I think it would do like 2 bottles here and then 1 bottle, like 2 bottles here, or 3 bottles here and 1 bottle here. But it wouldn't do it like I want, because I want, like, this has 52 bottles and I want every time this has 52 bottles. So that's why I have one of these for each dispenser. So instead of having like all the bottles in the world, oh, wait time. Instead of having all the bottles in the world, I only have like, I think I put like 60 bottles. I'm not, because there are some in the filter that you have 10, and then you have one here. So the 10, one here, and then the ones here. So 2 plus 1, 3 plus 10, 13 plus 52. Yeah, I apparently like 64 something bottles. I don't know. I think there is a chance that this fires a bottle and the bottle falls here. So sometimes maybe they will change. But I have been running this farm for a really long time. Like, as you can see, this video is from the F3. Okay, ish. So this is day 1130, and the last clip was from. Okay, so this video was from 687. So like 600 days ago, and it hasn't failed. well, 600 Minecraft days, right? Like 920 divided 60. So like 200 hours it has been running. Well, not non-stop. Well, I have this chunk loader, but sometimes I forget to activate it when I think when I log back in, it doesn't trigger. So yeah, so you can see. So this is the farm. So I did everything just because I needed the beehive to wax the copper, because I am using a lot of exposed trapdoors and weathered trapdoors. So that's why I built everything. I knew I wanted to make a honey farm eventually, so I took advantage and made both. So I designed this in creative. I found I didn't found one that I like. I found one from one guy that had like this part. Well, his part was different from mine. Like I knew what to do. So I used this idea. I got it from that guy, but the rest is all almost my design. Like I didn't invent that impulse hopper, this crafter. I did make this, but it's the same logic as this, so it's not like I invented something new. And it isn't perfect because it fires twice. Because like I said, this goes from 5 to 4 and 4 to 5, so the observer triggers twice. So when it goes to 5 to 4, it triggers once, and it goes from 5 to 4, it triggers again. So it throws a bottle. I checked in creative and it seemed like every time it fell in this hopper, so it shouldn't be an issue. But yeah, it works. And I already have, like, if we get all of that, I have a lot of torches for some reason. And I also have, I think I moved some of the honey blocks that I had here, but just from the ones that the farm has had. And I haven't been playing a lot because I am editing videos at the moment. But yeah, look at all this. It's more than enough. It's basically working every time I'm online because of the chunk loader. That's why I put a chunk loader with a portal instead of ender pearl in the to load the iron farm, because this will load area of like, so it will load this chunk, this chunk, this, like it's a 3 by 3. It also loads a 5 by 5, but it doesn't process entities. So since I need peace, so maybe if I had it like let's say here, then the redstone could work, but the bees wouldn't be working. So I wouldn't get nothing from this farm. So that's why I had to do it like this, so very close. Well, I didn't have to do it as close as I did. Like here, it could work as well, but I did it there. But yeah. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I put this path because I was getting lost here in the nether roof from the place where I have the desert. So I placed these cactuses so that I know how to get to. I should put another curve. It's because I have a lower render distance, because I told you guys I have, I don't know, for some reason I want to keep it at 14, but I have been having a lot of lag. So yeah, this takes me to the desert. The nether. So yeah, I have been working non-stop in this desert. Poor desert. So all the glass. It's because I saw. I don't know if you guys see Ito's lab. So I didn't know that. Like before, I used to use only my shovel, but I learned that it's faster to use TNT. Like Ito made that. Like if you use TNT, basically, let's say you have one TNT, it uses 4 sand. So when you use a TNT, it will give you like, I don't know, 50 sand. So from one TNT you will get like 10 TNT. for like 10 more TNT. So you always get a gain instead of losing sand. So that's why I always use TNT for this, and I will probably make a sand duper in the future in the end, because I hate mining for sand, and this method is fun, but I like my TNT, my sand duper. So I will make a really cool build for sand, gravel, and concrete. I think that's all, right? I don't know, maybe I could dupe that dragon egg. That dragon egg is a cool item. Like to build, it will be interesting to have dragon eggs, but I don't know. It's like hard because I want to keep like my first, what's the name? A dragon egg. But if I like, so yeah, so I go with the TNT and do that. Oh yeah, so let's say so I have, let's say this is the portal. So I will take a block and put it here in the portal, so then it will dupe. So I will have one in the end and one in the overworld. But which is the original egg? Like the one in the overworld or the one in the end? So which will be the first? If I dupe it, then I will have that problem, like which is the first, this one or this one? And I will have to take a decision, like who will be the first? Like philosophy. This is like a problem of philosophy, like who is first, this one or this one? I don't know. But yeah. So well, you could say the same, like who's the player? The one that goes in the portal? Or the, so who, so I teleported, who is who? I need rockets. Well, I will get some rockets, and I think that will be all for now. So bye for now, right? Not in the video. No. Ah. Are you kidding me? Can you guys believe that? So, I by mistake dropped my netherite sword. I dropped it and a creeper exploded there, so the item got destroyed. Oh, creepers. Go there. Where did I go? What's down here? Careful. Oh no. Oh oh. I should have brought my respawn here. Yeah, there. Take it. Oof. It's like here. Oh oh. Wait. Where did I die? There's reds. Oh yeah. There. Oof. Maybe. Ooh, look at this place! So many zombies. Ah, nice mesa. And there's the beacon. And I think there. Oh, I need the camels. It's so cool that they are now in the desert and not just in desert villages. But it was such a weird idea to keep them just in the. Wait, I had to go to positive set. So basically, with all our resources, I had to make 3 farms at least. Well, let's say 3 farms because one doesn't count, right? The basalt generator doesn't count. But a honey farm in a what's the name of this? Honeycomb. I knew it. So a honeycomb farm and a mangrove tree farm. which has a mangrove propagule farm. We also needed netherwort, a lot of netherwort, which now is fully grown. And we can start with the witch huts. I think this will be like the priest. So here will be the villager priests because it's funny. Like a church with some, so the church is burning the witches, and that's how the priests get the redstone and the glowstone. And here will be like the Hansel and Gretel, maybe inside of the cemetery. So it is house made of candy, like a cake, a lot of candy canes and stuff. And the cemetery will be all the rest. So the entrance of the cemetery will be like right here. Like maybe from here. I don't know if here or maybe like inside. Because it would be interesting if it changes like the biome, like you go from this, oh look, so colorful, and then you enter the cemetery and it gets dark, everything. Then you start the hunt. I also got a happy ghost. This is such a cool addition. And maybe for my, it will be cool to build with this guy. So imagine building with this guy, it would be like being creative. I saw Chopfam doing stuff with the, what's the name? With the Happy Castle, he was building like structures like in the walls and stuff. Because you have to pillar normally or fly like with elytra and die like I did. But building, because this will be a very big build, so maybe we can build with the Happy Gust. Although it's annoying that they are so slow, like I don't get, at least they should have done it like they fly at running speed, like the player running speed. Like it's literally slower than walking. What's the point of making it slower than walking? And the fact that you can stand on them is so cool. You know what would be a cool mob? Like a mob that turns into mobs. Like imagine a chip is walking towards you, so you are like, oh, there's nothing there. But then it starts attacking you and you're like, what the fuck? But it's the mob that transforms into, what's the name? Into a sheep. So it would be very, very cool. So I have been talking about the lore of my world, like the priests and Hansel and Gretel or Village of the Witches. But I will talk more depth about that in the next episode. And I will start building already. So I will start my base building next episode. So I think the build, you guys will love it. But that will be all. So I hope you guys liked this video and thanks for watching.